Greetings, hope you're doing well. Today I'm doing a quick review of the new Joji album titled Nectar. Please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed the video. Joji, aka George Miller, who is well known for his tenure as Filthy Frank, is back with another album. His last album came in 2018 with Ballads 1, a record I thought had some few worthwhile highlights, especially Slow Dancing in the Dark, but most of the album was drowning in overt contemporary influences with very little creative or stylistic spins, to the point where it was difficult to associate the album with Joji himself. It was very run-of-the-mill with minimal risks, pretty generic. And while that contemporary sound does make a return on this album, there was clearly more effort put towards making these tracks more personable. There's also a big influx of ideas that gift the 18-track album a lot of longevity. The opening track, Ew, has these rummaged and slow vocal melodies, but then it outros with a very beautiful violin passage with loudening key strikes. And there are numerous tracks where Joji's voice is leaving it all on the line with these grand orchestral and cinematic finishes. The track Modus, the track Gimme Love, has a admittedly lukewarm beginning with some slapped on formulaic R&B, but the second half of this track saves it in my opinion with the huge string section and the cooling vocal melodies in the latter half. And the piano-led ballad Like You Do saves the grand theatrics for a climactic finish. There's some catchy, jubilant tracks here as well. Daylight with Diplo is drenching in summertime vibes. I love the hook on Sanctuary. If you've been waiting for falling in love. I also like the vaporwave tinge on the track 777, and I came to really enjoy the moody, atmospheric house pop of the closer, Your Man. But Joji's main muse since his career began has been in the form of, well, for lack of a better term, sad boy music. And on Nectar, I think these are much stronger entries of that sound. It's not perfect or anything, there are definitely some weak moments here, but I prefer the melancholic tracks on Nectar over most of the material spread out in his last two projects. Nitrous is a nocturnal, shifty track with a lot of vocal hockets and whatnot. Pretty Boy with Little Yachty went over a lot better than I expected. It is a sad boy bop with a catchy, depressed hook. Yachty's contributions are actually decent, and I thought the buzzing, distorted bass texture was a nice touch. Normal People with Ray Brown sounds like an anime chill hop beat to like study to, but I came to enjoy the track's loungy sound and half-dead vocals. It's like it's being swallowed by emptiness and darkness. Feel the same way about the track Afterthought with Benny, who I thought gave a decent performance. Reanimator with Yves Tumor is easily the most unorthodox track on here. The first minute or so is a progressively loudening drone with some psychedelic effects. Joji is on this track for maybe like 20 seconds at most, and then it transitions into a bubbly, funky segment with Yves that is being smothered by its own smog. It's great. But there are a few misses on this project for me as well. The track TOCK has like a deep, gravelly vocal intro with these plucked acoustics serving as the main backdrop, but it doesn't hold up well in the long run. It ends up being forgettable for me. Upgrade is like the personification of deadweight. I do not know what this minute-and-a-half track even contributes to the track listing. It's very underdeveloped. It sounds like a demo. Run is a track I want to like because I dig the 80s R&B influence. I even like the power chord send-off, and I think Joji's vocals are good. But the vocal melody itself does not sit well with me. The sound of the track feels oddly put together. It's like missing that finishing touch about it. I feel the same with the track MR.HOLLYWOOD, which falls into the same rabbit hole. I want to like it, there are some great qualities about it, but it just does not click with me as an overall track. And then we have the track High Hopes with Omar Apollo, which is like a lethargic minimal love jam. Not much to this track that I can say I enjoyed, but there was one thing that did catch my ear in a bad way, and that was the Rey Mysterio line. Wake me up, Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is known for Booyaka Booyaka 619. What does Wake Me Up Rey Mysterio mean? Like, did the Rey Mysterio Grimoire get updated recently? Is there something to the lore of Rey Mysterio I missed? What the fuck does it mean? Overall, I think this is Joji's strongest effort yet. There was more substance, more style, and some more risks. No, not as many as I hoped there would be for an 18-track album, and that shows on a few tracks for sure. But a majority of the record for me was pretty solid. George, in my eyes, or I should probably say my ears, is improving with every release, which has me excited to hear just how he will hone in his talents and creativity on possible future efforts. Recommend this one if you're looking for some moody alt R&B/pop. If you have heard it, what did you think of it? Let me know down below, and I will leave it at that. I give it a